Good evening, all.
Wullie, is that you? It's been so long.
It's me. I know it's been forever. Hang on a minute, I need do some of this kind of stuff here so that. Yeah, that's better. I can see you now.
We got a staring contest here.
I can see you too. Yeah, we've got the Van Damme box sets out tonight.
That's just the first of many for Dave.
Yeah,
he's got 3 copies of each.
Yeah, the thing is, neither of us are going to blink tonight. You guys, not so sure.
I haven't lost a staring contest yet here.
No, me neither. We're still kind of stalemate. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, well, let's click on the things here. Good evening there to Pete. Hey, Pete. Thanks for joining us. This is going to be a good one. I know you've been swatting up in your Van Dammes. Hey, Christine. Good seeing you. Yeah. So first of all, it's WULLIE and Statto, and we are joined by Team Dark's very own Lucifer Storm, and for the first time tonight, Van Damme's greatest mega fan, Bristolian Van Damme, has joined us. Bristolian Dave when he's in the chat, or when he's on his own YouTube channel, which you should all go along and subscribe to.
Yes,
yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much, too, and I have to say, all right, me babbers to everyone in the chat and the panel. All right.
Indeed, all right, me babbers, or whatever. You know, I don't know what accent that was. What accent was that? All right, me babbers. I don't know. No idea.
Yeah, it'll do.
So, yeah, Bristolian by New Delhi. Yeah, definitely. Hey, peeps. People Circus in the house. A nice cool Coors Light. Yeah. I had an innocent gun before I came on, so that's as close as I could get. That's nice though. Wow. Nice.
He even makes the best adverts of all time as well. So.
He does. He makes some very good adverts. So we're going to be doing a ranking of martial arts movie legend Jean-Claude Van Damme. So you guys, I guess, are big fans of the Van Damme oeuvre. Yeah.
You say it like you're not.
I am. I've got huge respect for the Van Dammage, as I call him.
Hell yes.
Because he's done lots of, as we shall see, very varied career.
Lots of 90-minute movies.
Oh yes, and we do like our 90-minute movies.
Indeed, some are even 89 minutes. It's even better.
Crap!
Yes.
I know. All right.
It's great. It means I can actually watch a whole thing without a toilet break.
Ooh. Exactly. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Well, this is the age of digital. You can take it with you to the toilet.
No. You do what you take Van Damme with.
Grab it on your phone. That way, when there's a particularly cool kick, you're like, "Holy crap!" And you're just like, "Bam!" Evacuate right there. It's just don't worry about that shock.
Oh man! Right. Okay. Sorry. I'm grunting.
Magazines. People don't use them anymore.
You say that. You say that.
Well, they might use them to wipe, but
no.
In a pinch.
Not I, said the man who was handsome and lived.
I suppose it's glossy paper. That wouldn't work.
Right, okay, this is not how I thought we'd be starting the show for the Van Damme ranking.
No. That's exactly how I thought we were going to start the show.
Michael, please don't go. Stay. Magazines are too shiny, though, for that, aren't they? Too glossy.
Yeah, it'd be a mess.
Yeah. It's got to be the old newsprint.
You do realise you meant to read magazines, right?
What?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I was the same way when I found out. I was like, no, they can't be serious.
They weren't worth reading. So I used
they ain't got words on. They're literally just for.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Here we go, guys. This is what we're doing. We are going to look at. No, you didn't. We're going to look at the films of Van Damme, and we're going to rank them. So much as we did in our epic ranking of the Albert Pyun movies, it's the same. It's just same old rubbish, really. What's this thing here? This ranking thing. It's Tile Maker, whatever it's called. How we're going to rank these is at the top we have classic. So that speaks for itself, the highest tier. Just below it we have almost as good as Albert Pyun's Captain America.
Wow.
Yeah, so films that don't quite make the classic, will probably fall within the almost as good as Albert Pyun's Captain America. Those that don't quite reach that level will be near classic. And then we've got good, right around there in the middle. And then we've got average. And then we don't have bad on this show. We have, 2 settings really here. Has anyone other than Willie seen this movie? Chances are if I've seen it, it's maybe not, and nobody else has, it's maybe not a good one. But just below that, we have Hit It With a Shovel.
I thought you said with a shovel. So gently.
Hit It With the Shovel. Put on the subtitles when you're watching this again, and God knows what they'll say I'm saying. So it's very easy to understand. It goes from classic down to Hit It With a Shovel, and So let's get started. I mean, to begin with, I'm going to have to say that we have missed out certain things. We've not included his first role in Monaco Forever. Okay, it was a short role where he played, and this was the actual name of the character, Gay Karate Man. So,
Brilliant.
we haven't included that.
Is that an official title?
I think it may well be. I mean, Wikipedia's not always totally right though. He was in a film before that where he played Man in Garden, which was called Woman Between Wolf and Dog. I have no idea what that's
anything
about.
Like Man of Fire?
It could be. It could be.
Sounds like a movie for the furries.
A horticultural adventure. I didn't include Breaking either, where he only played a spectator. I mean, that was a waste of his talents, if you ask me. He should have been on the floor dancing with everybody else.
Oh.
So I'm going to pull it up here and stick it on good, and I'm going to start with No Retreat, No Surrender. Right, this was the film. This was. Yeah, you were just starting there to talk about it. Don't worry, Dave. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You want to move up? I can move you up in the can. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, there we go. I can put you up here.
There it is. Now Dave's in the class.
Dave's classic.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Does that mean I'm just good? You're almost as good as Albert Pyun's Captain America?
No, you're most likely hit it with a shovel.
I am. Well, I'm not going to go down easy. I can tell you that.
Hello there, Burnt Scribe. Thank you for joining us. You may want a drink. So these have not been included. So I really just started with what's his first kind of like big role. Yeah. And in this, he essentially was playing the Ivan Drago part for Rocky. Yeah. He was the bad Russian. Has everybody seen this?
Yes, but it was God knows how many decades ago now.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think it's a 1980s movie. And that's when I saw it. Was a video rental. I saw it on the the original video release, and I don't think I've seen it since. Yeah,
same. I saw. Wow. I didn't see it upon its initial release. It must have been like early 90s when I did see it. But I haven't seen it since. So I'm reluctant to say anything about it. But I feel that it could be a good anchor point for us when it comes to ranking the rest of the movies.
Yeah, I think you may be right. Dave, have you seen No Retreat, No Surrender?
Of course I have.
Right.
It's for me, I loved it. I had it on VHS as well. Watched it in the 90s because that's when I was born, because I'm not old.
Oh,
thanks.
He's not wrong.
Hostility already. Yeah, no, it was really good. I thought he played a really good bad guy in it.
No, carry on.
I thought he was a fantastic bad guy in it. He should have played more bad guys in the rest of his years, but he didn't. He didn't play enough for me.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was a good bad guy as well. It's a very kind of generic, kind of low budget film. But I remember it being good fun.
Yeah, I don't remember having any complaints. I remember walking away from it quite chuffed. But then again, I was just a teenage boy at that time. Any action movie, martial arts movie, I was like, fuck yes.
You're just
Yeah.
like, it's not going to get any better than this.
So, I mean, I just going to my memories, I would say it was average because I've never really wanted to return to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that's fair. Like I said, it's been so long, and if I haven't returned to it, then there's a reason for that.
What do you think, guys? Average?
I think average is fair. I can see Dave
What are we
is
doing? We
confident.
doing
saying
a
classic.
What are we doing now?
We're going to go through all the ones at the bottom here. So we can change some as we go on. We could change our mind. So it can get moved
There's
up.
hope for you.
Stato, what do you think, Stato? We'll let Dave think about this.
Haven't seen that one.
Right, okay. So that's, I should have has anyone other than, oh no, you have seen it. I haven't seen it. Right, okay. Forget me. I'm drunk. Dave, good or average?
I'd say, if I'll be honest, okay, taking my love for Van Damme out of it,
There you go. That's the way to be.
I'd say good, just good.
Okay.
Because I feel like it went through all the general tropes. But if both of you say average, we'll put it average.
We'll
and
put
then
it in
I'll get you
average.
to change it later.
Just for now and see what happens later on.
Because you've said good, we'll think about that. Okay, we'll rethink that when we get to Black Eagle.
That's all right. We'll be having words on screen. Don't worry. It's fine.
Yeah, I thought about Black Eagle as well because Pete in the chat mentioned Van Damme was an uncredited soldier and missing in action. So he could have been in a movie with Norris as well as Shogashugi when he was working at for Canon or one of these companies. That would have been interesting.
Van Damme would have won.
Yeah. Wait a minute. He was in a movie with Chuck Norris, wasn't he? Was Chuck Norris not have that walk-on part in Expendables 2 that made no sense whatsoever?
Yeah.
The Clint Eastwood music. He was, yeah. So they didn't have a scene together, but they were actually in a movie together. Wow. Blows your mind, kinda, not really. Bloodsport. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Love this movie.
Classic.
Love this movie. I rewatched it just a few days ago, and I was like, "Oh, this just gets better with age. It's like a fine wine."
Yep. Yeah,
I'm trying to decide on whether it's better than Kickboxer or not, though. That's because they're pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, is it good as Albert Pyne's Captain America?
Better.
I would go as far as to say it's better than Albert Pyne's Captain America. And I would put it in classic.
Lucifer's not getting kicked tonight.
That's one of the ones he's remembered for goodness sake.
I'm going to put you here for a second.
All right, that's long enough. Put it up now.
Because I think the best things about it are the fights. And it's got who's the actor again? He's
Bolo Young.
It's got Bolo Young, but it's also got Forrest Whitaker, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, is it CIA, FBI? One of those.
So yeah, it's kind of like okay, it's Van Damme films. If you guys think so in the chat think so, it's the first classic of the night. Okay, we'll make it the first classic of the night. For
That sounds good to me.
Cool. Let's go to Kickboxer then, because why not? Is Kickboxer better or worse than Bloodsport? That's the thing.
Once again, movie that I saw back when I was a teenager in the 90s. Haven't seen it since, so I'm very reluctant to comment on it.
It's a very similar movie to Bloodsport.
Yeah, I think Bloodsport's better.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'd
I'd say
probably say
Bloodsport's
so.
better. Kickboxer's very, very good, in my opinion.
Right, I don't think it's as good as Albert Pyne's Captain America, though.
Wow, that's a high bar.
Would you be happy being your classic
Would I be happy?
or good?
Don't even think about
Might as
that.
well hit it with a shovel. I keep.
Oh, but that, don't you worry, how a shovel's going to fill up. It's quite soon.
Come on, Dave, be honest.
This is how we
Which
treat
one do you think
guests.
it should be?
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's all right. I understand. I would personally, I'd put it up in the terribly named, almost as good as Albert Pyne's Captain America.
Right, okay. What do you mean?
'cause it's not-
terribly named. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good then, because that's kind of like, that's nearly it's nearly a classic. I'm just going to say hello to Happy Jam Jam.
Evening, Happy. How the devil art thou?
Never Happy Jam Jam. I would never lay down. Use some harsh language. Darn it.
Darn it! This is a PG-13 show at the movies.
Yeah.
You come along on Tuesday for all the cussing, all the cussing and the video nasties.
I'll mute my mic when I have to do that.
Yeah.
Starts freaking out in silence. Whoa.
Right. I'm kind of thinking about doing these now in order, but I'm not going to because there's two recent kickboxer movies. Who's seen these?
I didn't see those.
Movies?
Haven't seen either. I've only ever seen the first Kickboxer.
That one I haven't.
Was that Vengeance or Retaliation?
That's the one with the mountain. Not the one with Batista is the technically a sequel. So
Retaliation is a sequel. So Vengeance is the first one. So that's the one you've seen.
Yeah, I've seen the one you're older now. I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Did he take on like a Mickey sort of role?
Yes.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
the coach.
Yep. I saw him with his hat, and I was like, okay, I think he's a coach.
Well,
Coaching hat.
I'm going to have to move this one down here then if no one else has seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it on Blu-ray. I've just not got around to watching it yet.
It's worth watching. It tidies up some of the rough stuff for the first one, but to be honest, they both kind of blend together in my head, so I couldn't tell you the difference between them. But there's some nice fight stuff in these films, and they're really low budget. They're really kind of like shoddy in some aspects, but they try hard. So there's some good stuff. So
you get a kick out of them, you're saying?
I got a kick out of them.
Yeah,
lots of good fighters in. I mean, that's got you for the cast alone because you've got Gina Carano in there as well as Jean-Claude Van Damme, and what's his name, Dave Bautista.
Yeah, he's become quite a big star now.
Yeah, and he was even when he did this. I think he just wanted to do this.
Trend.
Yeah. To be fair, like you said, I think the action sequences in it were actually pretty good, like considering how low budget it was as well.
Yeah, because I've been thinking for good, we could kind of like. If it's good for a Van Damme fan, so in other words, if you're going to watch it for the fight scenes, I think we should put them in good.
That's fair.
Does that sound logical, guys?
Isn't that kind of a failure for a movie, though, if you're just sitting around waiting for the fight scenes and nothing else?
Not if it's a martial art movie, though.
The middle parts have to stand for something. They take up like an hour and 10 minutes of an hour and a half movie.
Not in a Van Damme film, they shouldn't. They should take up about 20 minutes in an hour and a half.
You wish.
Yeah. So, right. Well, I'm going to. Well, if only two of us have seen it, and we agree, we'll put it in good, just based on the action and the people who are in it.
Yeah. If
anybody in the chat has seen it and they disagree, please let me know, and we'll move it up or down based on whether you have or not. I think Burnt Scribe is already. We'd probably already just move it up based on that alone.
Can't blame him. Can't blame him.
No, not at all. Okay, so I'm bringing up AWOL, or Lionheart as it's called in some places in the world, like America. I've never liked this movie.
Oh yeah, like it's average.
I'm going to retreat to my original statement that I made with No Retreat, No Surrender, a Kickboxer. I have seen it. It was back when I was a teenager. Haven't seen it since, so I'm reluctant to comment on it.
Yeah, I saw it originally. I didn't like it much. Saw it a few years ago, and it's more of a camp classic now because it's a lot camper than I thought it was originally. It really is camp, but it's never really been a favourite of mine. I'm not a big fan of AWOL. So, Dave, what do you think? I'd put it on average.
Yeah, I'd say average. It's all right. It's not like
Cyborg, is it?
Oh, hit it with a shovel. Hit it with a shovel.
Oh, jeez.
Right, so we've got one hit it with a shovel for Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give it at least a good because it was the first Van Damme movie I saw, and I mean it was the first movie that made me a fan. I mean, at least for me.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
You would just say it's one of those movies that I'll direct this to you, Dave. Would you say this is one of those movies that when you think about it, you get like the warm and fuzzies, like, yeah, that was a great movie, and then you watch it and you go, it's good.
No. I love this movie.
Okay.
Okay, so you'd have it as classic. We know that.
I would have it as a classic.
So we have one classic, one hit it with a shovel, one good, and one I would say average. Okay, so chat. Tell us what you think. Where should we put? We're going to leave it right now just in good. Tell us what you think we should put Cyborg.
Come on, chat. Don't let me down.
Is Cyborg a badly edited mess of a movie that deserves to be hit with a shovel? Or is it a brilliantly postmodern piece of martial arts edited by, I don't know, a coked-up Jean-Claude Van Damme?
If it gets classic, are we going to get Brazilian Dave?
Come on, Bakewell. Where are you at, mate? Come on. Chop, chop. Need you in the chat, mate.
Oh, is an average. Yep.
Yeah.
So there's an average.
Right,
so that's,
Burn, go away. We don't want you in the chat.
So that's two averages. So we'll go with average right now. It's average right now.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Pete, Cyborg, come on. Come on.
It's up there, the barbaric scene.
Put it classic. Come on.
I feel like it's going to get like a...
I feel like both Pete and Happy Jack are saying classic.
I feel like it's going to get a split difference and go to good.
A classic for Michael Murray. Michael McCartney's doing the old classic. Here we go.
So maybe a near classic.
See, I wouldn't say it's anywhere near classic. I wouldn't say that it's almost as good as Albert Pine's Captain America, because we already proved that Albert Pine's Captain America is much better than Cyborg. So,
what is that? There was a scene in it where somebody was crying on Twitter, talking about her feelings, like she was. Right, okay. And the internet made fun. Okay, yeah, that's the internet. That's Twitter. It's vile. It's vile. Get off the internet. It's vile. But wait to the end of the show. So
down. Peter.
Okay, guys, can you make classic? So. I'm saying that it's probably near classic.
In infamy alone, or in reputation alone?
Near classic.
I'll settle for that. I'll settle for that.
And as it wasn't as good as Albert Pyun's Captain America and the original Albert Pyun ranking, I can't move it to almost as good as Albert Pyun, unless we get more classics in the chat. That's, I make the rules. Right, okay. Black Eagle.
Rigged. What?
As far as a Van Damme movie, this one's average.
Yeah, it's average.
10 minutes, no lines, and he won't go swimming ever again if his character actually survived.
I have seen it back in the 90s. Haven't seen it since. This is going to be a common theme for me, except with a couple of later ones.
That's deceptive because it's not really even a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
No, it's a Shoga Shugi movie.
Yeah.
And Shoga Shugi is brilliant. This, unfortunately, is not one of Shoga Shugi's good movies.
No, they just put Van Damme on the front, like, to sell it more, basically.
There you go. I'm hitting it with a shovel. What do you say, guys?
Hey,
I'd say average, but
average. Okay, I wouldn't be that bad. It's average.
It's like that average B movie, kind of commando movie, like you'd see American Ninja and stuff like that.
Burnt Scribe says, I don't remember. I'm the same. I've seen it 3 times and I still don't remember. I remember Van Damme turning up. But it's really not good. You go, Lucifer, you look like Van Damme.
Wow.
Lucifer's the one on the right. Right, okay.
That's why you can't remember any of his movies at the moment, because
that's it.
You're telling me that's not Fox Mulder with his partner Scully?
That's right. Yeah, totally. Like one of his later movies with the shaky cam and stuff. There you go, man. Right, that's average. Death warrant. Van Damme in jail.
Watched this the other night, and I had a good time with it. I had a really good time with it. So I would put it in. I would put it in good. Yeah,
me too. It's a fun prison movie, Kung Fu prison movie.
Kung Fu prison sounds like a better movie.
Kung Fu prison. That's my next Indiegogo campaign. Kung Fu prison. You heard it here first, guys. Yes, starring the Kicky Bowl man. Okay, Double Impact. 2 Van Dammes for the price of 1.
Once again, I saw this when I was a teenager. Haven't seen it since, but I really want to see it again because I remember loving it as a teenager.
I think it's better than some of the other, people that tried to do this.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what I mean? Like Jackie Chan did Twin Dragons.
Yeah.
That one was all right.
Yep.
But
That's
this
it. Double
one,
impact, isn't it? Double impact. Aye.
Yeah,
But-
I'd put it in good.
yeah.
Good. Okay. I think it's average, but yeah, I'd put it in good. I think if he did that a few years after, it would probably been a better movie, though. Just a wee bit older as an actor. I think it would have been a better movie. But yeah. Universal Soldier.
Classic.
Right out there. Top.
Watched it again recently. Loved every single second of it,
So
and wanted
Sergeant-
to watch it again the moment it finished. Classic.
Put
So
it that way.
Sergeant Andrew Stat.
It's that good. They've now released it on 4K. All right, that's how good this movie is. They
Okay,
went back
guys.
and they took a Van Damme movie and they put it on 4K. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. That's what you want in an 80s action flick.
Wooly.
Especially the end scene with him and Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren was amazing in that movie.
So you guys all saying classic for this?
Yeah,
Love
I
it.
would. What about you? Now, what about you? Are you gonna say hit it with a shovel but it won't die because it's Unisol?
I would have said near classic.
Mhm.
Okay,
What does it
Yeah,
take to
but-
please you?
but
He pushed a car faster than her grandmother drives.
okay, it's a classic, guys.
Hey, no. If you don't agree
Exactly.
with us,
Wow.
Exactly. That's
Gee.
what I think as well.
hey, each their own.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
writing all these names down. Like
I mean, there are lots of classics coming up in the chat. Lots of people are thinking of classics. I saw it in the cinema. Had a really good time. I watched it again, like on DVD. Later on, thought that's good. And it's one of these ones that, you can have a lot of fun with it, especially the first time you watch it. But I don't know. For me, it's not a classic. But you guys think it is. So yeah, it's not rigged. It's not rigged, Dave. See, it's a classic.
we'll see.
What do you think? Not my monkey. What do you think
Monkey?
of Universal Soldier?
Well, you can also bring it down a tick to the second one
No,
just
no,
because
we
you
can't.
don't think so.
No.
Actually, I'm with
Average.
Stato on that because Wally's
Yeah.
opinion counts just as much as everyone else's.
It's not a
Yeah.
perfect
And
score.
if he doesn't feel that it's classic, then I do feel it's fair if it's dropped to almost as good as Albert Pine's Captain
Yeah,
America.
because that's better than near classic.
I guess.
No, I couldn't do it to Happy Jam.
It's like all these guys went through the Captain America program, and they are super soldiers. Eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm not putting it down. I'm not going to put it down. And
That's the
that's
spirit
fair.
soldier.
it's,
When I say jump, you say what color?
I'll keep it in classic. Okay, keep you guys happy and keep Happy Jam happy. But here we go. Good evening, Pancho. And you're saying that No Retreat, No Surrender is one of Van Damme's best turns. It kind of is. So we were sitting here with it, and because you've said that, and it's now sitting next to Black Eagle, we're going to move it up to good, away from average. Guy, you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. You
I
never
thought it
know.
should have been up there anyway, but whatever.
Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah.
Come on.
I can do that quite easily.
No.
Remember what happened the last time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Nowhere to run.
Once again, I saw it when I was a teenager. Haven't seen it since, and I'm reluctant to comment on it. It is one that I do want to rewatch because, once again, a bit like Double Impact, I remember having a good time with it. Don't remember fuck all about the movie and haven't revisited it since.
It's really dull. So it's well shot, and it's trying to be like a big A movie. But it's not that good at all. I would put it in average. So I'm going to leave it in good right now until we've decided. It's got one action scene in it because I do know that they brought in. Pretty sure it's this film. They brought in Peter McDonald to do the action in it. The guy who directed Legionnaire and Rambo 3 stuff like that. Kind of second unit director. Because even the studio thought there's no action in this. So I just remember being really bored with it. So anyone else? Who else is
Fine with me for now.
I liked it.
okay? We'll keep it good.
That's got to go on the back of the new DVD thing.
If I'm remembering right, 'cause it
Yes, that's the one.
yeah, Arquette Sister. Yeah, that is the one. I was just about to say that. Yeah, I liked it, so I'm all right with where it is. But if everyone else is saying average, then I guess we'll have to move it down. I'm taking.
No, but we'll leave it there.
Give it
Production values are much better than the films that are in average right now. So for that alone, I can understand why people would like it. Although more people in the chat are saying average than not.
I think Mr. McCartney's got a good point in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, Mike.
Oh, I don't know. There's a couple that I could see that they definitely deserve
Yeah, wait to get to Legionnaire. There's a lot of them that are bad and good. There's Hard Target, for instance, which is John Woo's first.
It's got to be near classic or above.
US.
Come on.
Yeah,
If anything, for Lance Hendrickson alone, he was great in that movie too.
I think it's a flawed movie. I would really like to see the original director's cut. If one day they would just release
As long
that,
as
that
it's
would
got
be
the
great.
snake punching scene in it.
Yeah, I was going to say it needs to be an Albert Pines level just for the snake punch alone.
Yeah. So
Once
I
again,
think it's a classic.
The fine mullet he had.
Yeah.
once again, I haven't seen it since I was a teenager. I can't remember fuck all about it. So you put it wherever you please, and I'm A-okay with that decision.
Great.
So it's somewhere between near classic and classic. Everybody's fine. For John Woo alone, the one thing that does bug me is the stunt double is so obvious on the motorbike stuff and whatever. But yeah, Lance Henriksen and Arnold Vosloo as well. The bad guys are great in it, and the way that they shoot, the kind of like the graveyard chases and everything. Yeah, I think I will put it in classic. I don't think even people who think it's near classic can't really argue with that. Oh God, here we go.
Hit it with a shovel. Hit it with a shovel, please.
I can't say hit it with a shovel. No.
I
Right,
can.
so let's talk about Street Fighter.
Okay.
I'll just let you guys talk about it. Whatever you decide.
I
Started
saw this
up
in the
Lucifer.
cinema,
So did I.
and I haven't seen it since. But I remember every single fucking second of this horrible, horrible nightmare.
So what you're saying is it's memorable.
With a shovel. No. I'm not saying it's memorable. Memorable implies good. I'm calling it.
No, you remember it.
No. In a PTSD kind of way.
Oh,
that
good.
doesn't mean that it's good. Okay, memorable, good. But this is not memorable. Hit it with a shovel all the way, and I will die on that hill quite fucking happily.
Yeah, because this was made by the guy who wrote screenplays for all the big action movies like Commando and Die Hard and that kind of stuff. And it was his first directing gig. Terrible. I thought it's just. I think it's just awful. There's about half a dozen Van Damme movies that are more like the spirit of Street Fighter than this is. Bloodsport's one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
So right. We're just going to say what we think it is, and if the chat could tell us where this should be. I also think poor old Raul Julia, who's in it, is really good, but he just looks so thin and ill because this is him just before he died.
But he had a great time doing this thing.
He did, but it just looks
It
so
comes
frail.
across.
Yeah. So I'm saying hit it with a
It'll
shovel.
always be Gomez to me. He'll always be Gomez. Please hit this with a shovel.
Right, so that's two hit it with a shovel.
I gotta say it's either average or good. At least for the one line he had, one of my favorite lines he's ever spoken. For you, the day bison graced your village was the most memorable day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what's his name, D'Souza, the guy that made it. He's good at writing those kind of one-liners, not so good at directing.
It was a fun ride. I mean, if you took it away from like the game, completely take that out of it. I mean, they've got the lines like there's the truck full of bombs coming and they see it on the TV and the stupid Zangief yells, "Quick, change the channel." Just moments like that throughout the entire thing with little character. And it's a movie that where you take like too many characters and you gave them all a few moments on screen to have either a laugh or a second to shine. I think that alone gives it some merit because there was a juggling act. Regardless, you got to separate it from the game because as a game movie, it's friggin' horrible. But I mean, he's the leader of the U.S. thing. He's a French guy, but I mean, it's a fun
game
movie.
As a game movie,
I don't think it's aged terrible.
I'm with you, Stato. Right?
I'm on a movie thing. I'm not talking about game. No, almost no game movie ages very well.
Yeah. No. Hear me out. I'm with you. As a game movie, it's fucking horrible. As a movie, it's fucking horrible. As a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, it is fucking horrible. This thing made millions of children cry.
Yeah, but those same children are watching many of those same children are going, "Oh yeah," and they're watching it on TV, like flip it on, and they go, "Oh, I remember this." It's like it's like a weird nostalgia kind of thing, when you look at Dave down there, he agrees with everything I'm saying.
Okay, so you're saying good. Two hit it with shovels. We can't put it in as anyone other. So that means right now it's an average. So Dave, where are you putting it?
Too high.
Right. Purely. Right. Purely. I'm picking up my mic for this.
Objective. Are you going to sing?
Okay, I want to hear Dave. Number
1, it has Kylie Minogue.
And
yeah.
Number 2.
So did Biodome.
So did Neighbours.
Hey, Neighbours, fantastic. Jason Donovan and Kylie Minogue. Come on.
You can't get her out of your mind? Is that what you're saying?
Bouncer was all
Get her
right.
out of my head. Seriously. That ass. Oh, sorry, PG, that bottom. This is a movie. It's so bad, so bad that it's amazing. It's gone past the so bad it's good. It's so bad it's amazing. Every time I watch it, I have so much fun because it's so stupid. But it's great.
Like Batman 66.
Hey, look, it's great that when you watch, you have fun. And the same with Stato, and it's the same with people who they put it on and go, "Oh, the nostalgia and all that." Doesn't change a damn thing. This movie is fucking horrible. It's an abomination.
Yeah, but are we going on the actual quality of the movie, or are we going on the overall enjoyment factor and because some of these
all
movies?
Of it.
Yeah, so in that case, I'd say the enjoyment factor overrides the fact that it's got like 40 million different plot holes and it doesn't make any sense.
Like I said, I enjoyed it. That's fine.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I loved the game. So of course, straight away, it was almost like an insult to the game. But I've always loved Adam West's Batman, which is almost like an insult to the comics in many ways. So, but I found it quite dull and boring. It looked colourful and bright, but there was no real energy to it. The action scenes were all very staid and not actually exciting. That's why I don't like it. But I'm willing to put it up to good if some of the people in the chat are saying classic and you like it. So we can move it up. It's as much as me and Lucifer want to put it and hit it with a shovel.
Yes.
I tell you what about average?
That's a fair compliment.
On average.
I'm fine with average. I can understand how,
I'd say average.
Because let's face it, I love some movies that are utter, you couldn't defend them as good movies. But I'd say they're classics, but you don't really mean that they're in the same, level of Bloodsport. Or
Bloodsport is not Citizen Kane.
I was thinking of that as Bloodsport or Citizen Kane.
No, you're right. It's better.
Well, it's shorter.
But I mean, like the whole video game aspect. One thing I do have to point out: I'm not a video game guy. I cannot stand video games, so that has no influence on my decision whatsoever. I can understand why it would have an influence on some people's decision, but not mine. Like, hey, everyone wants to put it in average. Go right ahead. Like Dave, I'll be making a list all of a sudden. Going,
everyone's making lists. Everyone's making lists.
I have no list.
So that's it.
Monkeys.
It was Shiai. What the heck is Shiai?
Yeah.
Chiati, isn't that like that's a terrible Danny Trejo remake, isn't it?
I was thinking it was Kumite. That's because
Oh,
I'm in the kung fu.
It's the stuff you put in your coffee.
Time Cop. Ooh.
Got to give it at least a good.
You know what? I find that it's quite fashionable at the moment to hate Time Cop, and I am not one of those people. I really like this movie. I would put it in good. I think good is the best place for it.
No argument, Sam?
I have to agree with Lucifer for once.
Yeah, okay, we'll put it in good. It's a solid kind of like somewhere between a B and an A movie. It's got B movie sensibilities. Written by Mark Verheiden, the guy who created a comic book called The American, which was
Nothing really like the comic.
No, because they were
a lot of changes.
Creating comics just to make them into movies, weren't they? Dark Horse.
Yeah.
Okay, The Quest then.
I like that
watched
one.
this for the first time just yesterday.
You like it?
I really liked it. I would
It's a
actually
fun adventure movie. I'd move it up.
I would actually say near classic.
Mm.
I wouldn't put it right up there. I wouldn't put it almost as good as Albert Pyne's. Close though, very fucking close.
Well, let's put it
I'm
this
kind
way.
of having that internal battle.
Let's put it this way. If Albert Pyne's Captain America had Roger Moore in it, it would be classic.
As Captain America?
Yes.
No, as Nate Beatty.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, as Captain America. It's actually aged while he was in the ice. I'm just checking Time Cop. We've got variations of Time Cop wasn't terrible. Time Cop was a good movie.
These are all good DVD
Near classic. Time Cop is shit. So there you go. It's exactly see all them in the cover of the DVD and you buy it straight away. Right. Okay, okay, so but we're up for near classic. Is anybody disagree with that?
No, I like that one.
Right. I'd put it on good just because Roger Moore's on it.
It's a generic title, but
yeah.
Past that.
It's kind of like three movies all kind of stuck together.
Yeah.
It's an odd film.
And like it has its problems. Like there's a couple of bits where it's like, oh, you did. Okay, but it's there, and I didn't cringe because of it. I wasn't like, oh no, all of a sudden this is shit because of this element. It was just I had a really good time with it, and I feel near classic I think is the best category for it.
Yeah, I think it's because I watched it again some months ago and I enjoyed it. When I first saw it, when it first came out, I didn't enjoy it much. I think at the time it was because it wasn't standing up well against a lot of the other stuff that was coming out at that time, especially because I'd been watching loads of Jackie Chan movies and loads of Hong Kong stuff.
Yeah.
The actual fight scenes at the end of this, I mean, they're okay, but they're not the best ones I've seen put together for this kind of movie. I think that's the way that he's editing them. But all the stuff leading up to that, there's a lot you can have a lot of fun with. It's almost like a Sunday afternoon adventure movie with pirates and everything in it.
Yeah. I'm going to shock you guys, actually. I'm going to say just put it in good rather than their classic.
Wow, really?
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I've got it on DVD. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was one of his best, though.
Yeah, I'll go with that. So if we've got two goods then, are you guys okay with that? Yeah, classic.
I don't like it being underneath Cyborg. I really don't like Cyborg.
Right.
Put it in their classic. Put it in their classic, and then I'll
actually, that's a good point.
I want to move up.
What are you looking at now, or is it still the Quest?
That's a good point. Hang on. There you go. Fixed it.
All the use out of that mute button.
Yeah, so I'm saying
now actually I quite like how this is looking now. With the exception of Street Fighter being too high.
It's too high.
Yeah, look, Cyborg ain't on the same level as Street Fighter. Cyborg is better than Street Fighter. Come on.
Actually, I'm with Dave on that one. Cyborg is better than Street Fighter.
That's another blurb.
There you go. Fixed it again.
Excellent.
Yeah, this works. It's very organic. It works itself out. No, I'm not being that cruel. Yeah, put it back up there.
That's fine. I'm never coming back.
Right. We'll put it on good. Okay, we'll put it on
Alright,
good.
alright,
There was a lot of goods in the chat for it, so we'll do that. Maximum
Very
Risk. I know Pete in the chat has seen Maximum Risk.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
Never seen
I
it.
got it on Blu-ray. It's not bad. It's all right. It's pretty good. It's not a classic, I'd say.
It's not a classic. It tries to be more of a gritty kind of thriller type
Yeah.
movie.
I'd put it in good myself. But
It's got the lassie from Species. She's in it.
yeah.
What's her name? Natasha Hentridge. Is that it?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that makes it good enough to watch anyway, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull two up at the same time here. One is Double Team, and one is Knockoff, and they're both made by Tsui Hark, the Hong Kong action director who made lots of great movies, like Once Upon a Time in China, and its many sequels with Jet Li. Has anyone seen both of these movies?
I've seen Double Team.
Haven't seen
First of all,
either.
has anybody seen Knockoff?
Yes.
No.
It's got Rob Schneider in it.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Can you explain the
I said
plot?
that about all of them.
Can you explain the plot in Knockoff, though? If anybody was to ask you what's the plot in
It's been a
Knockoff,
while.
say you can't. The film's plot this makes no sense whatsoever.
No, I can't remember it, if I'm honest. I've seen it, but
Both of them with a shovel.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't either. I've seen it like two or three times.
So we
I don't
put
think
it
it's like I think it's a Tsui Hark movie. It's a Van Damme movie. It's not great, but it's got loads of really cool scenes in it. It's got loads of really weird things that they do as well. Weird camera angles and camera shots. It's almost like they were, I don't know, high when they made this movie. And it's got.
You just described Double Team perfectly.
No, I've not even got into that one yet. I'm talking about Knockoff.
A bunch of weird stuff and Dennis Rodman.
I would put this as average, but if you're a Van Damme fan or a fan of just batshit crazy movies, give it a look for Knockoff. Do you agree with that one, Dave?
yeah.
Put an average. Yeah.
Average.
Now,
Starting to
Double
look like a
Team.
big middle finger.
Double Team, on the other hand,
Dennis Rodman.
I'd put it right in here, almost as good as Albert Pyon's Captain America. I love Double Team. I think it's an amazing movie.
I did. I really enjoyed it as well. Like it's
It's a
just
fun ride.
the combination of Dennis Rodman and Van Damme is just ridiculous.
It has a whole section in this movie where they actually rip off the old TV show The Prisoner.
Yeah.
It's just out of nowhere they rip it off. It has Mickey Rourke with it's a lion, isn't it? At the end,
Yeah.
and
Really cool.
and then yeah, it's a fantastic film. It's almost like a James Bond meets Rambo meets a kind of like a science fiction movie. Everything's all kind of like wrapped up in it, and you're either going to love it. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. Though I don't think anybody would say it was average. It's either love it or hate it.
Yeah. I love it.
It's average. Just kidding.
Oh.
I wouldn't say I love it, but I do like it more than some of his other movies.
I've been missed because Not My Monkey was late joining us tonight, so that's his favourite.
How many of these have we rated based on his co-stars and not him? I'm noticing that's like
No,
through line.
that's just really Hard Target and Bloodsport and
Universal Soldier and
Maximum
Hard Target.
Risk and The Quest, Street Fighter, AWOL.
The ones we rated just on him are actually higher, you see.
Yeah, that's true. Well, apart from Hard Target and Bloodsport.
Yeah.
And Dolph Lundgren's brilliant in Universal Soldier. No, but Double Team is just it's like some weird acid trip of a movie, I think.
Yeah.
Pete might disagree because he's getting mixed up with he thought it was a knockoff that he tried to fall asleep during, but it was Double Team and couldn't because it was so loud.
Turn your TV down then.
The wrong sound machine to try to fall asleep. Usually
Yeah.
want like a
I'm putting it in here if nobody minds. Yep,
Sure.
good,
Yeah,
good stuff.
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Legionnaire.
Never seen it.
I remember that being at least average. when I saw it. It was just kind of like unspectacular.
That's the one where he like deserts the French army, is it?
He ends up in the French Foreign Legion after
Meet
trying to run
Superman,
off.
got a ring, is that right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, but I remember quite enjoying it. Right? It's not a long movie, I don't think.
I thought it was alright. It was quite a while ago. I watched it now.
I think it was
Nothing stood out for this one for me.
I think it was Pierre McDonald directed that one. The guy I mentioned earlier. He was like a good action director, second unit director, and so it's a good looking movie, and it's average. Then we'll just put average.
Yeah.
I think if it's on and you watch it, you'll kind of enjoy it because it's I think here we go. First 30 minutes is terrible. Good at most. It's his most normal movie. Yeah, that's true. Actually, it's his most normal movie. Okay.
Oh, Wooly. Why couldn't you have a tier where we couldn't agree on it and call it a split decision?
Oh.
Oh.
Bravo, Stato. Bravo.
Yeah. That was good.
I can add one right now, but no.
Put them all in there.
I know. Well, that's a point because we've not mentioned Sheldon Lettich that Pete mentions in here because he directed a lot of his early movies. He was almost like Eastwood and Sergio Leone or Don Siegel. You had Charles Bronson with Michael Winner, and then you had Sheldon Lettich with Jean-Claude Van Damme. So they made AWOL, which was no great, in a few movies. Some that were good. Yeah, we've not been mentioning the directors because in a lot of cases it doesn't really matter, especially in this one, which is Universal Soldier: The Return, which I would put in hit it with a shovel.
Never seen it.
That's the one with Michael J. White and Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Michael J. White and Jean-Claude Van Damme in a movie, and it's terrible, I think. Anybody disagree?
Dave does.
It's got Goldberg, the baldy guy for the wrestling.
I love Goldberg. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, especially with Michael J. White and Van Damme in it, like you'd expect, like some crazy, like just ridiculous fight scenes in it. But it kind of let you down on that side of things in comparison, like to the first one as well.
It had to live up to that, yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact it's got Goldberg in wants me to put it higher.
BC's got Michael J. White as well, and I would want to put it higher, but
okay, I'll let you have that one. Hit it with a shovel. Go on. Well, I'm not hit it.
Right, we'll put it in average. We'll put it in average, okay? We'll put it in average. Thanks for that, but no, we'll put it in average. Hey, Pops, good to see you, man.
Evening, Pops.
And Monday it's going to be live. If you're not subscribed to Pop's channel, make sure you do. You subscribe and get along there. Because I know that me and Lucifer will be on at the weekend during CromCon. What number is it? 13?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
definitely. It's more fun than some of these movies, and I'm going to pull one up right now. Definitely.
I've never seen this movie.
Oh, this was called, was it Coyote Dawn or something here? Coyote Moon, or what was this called? It was directed by the Rambo guy, John Avildsen.
Never seen it.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Do I even...
What do you remember of it, Stato, this movie?
I don't think I saw Inferno. I don't think I saw this one.
Or Desert something. It had a different name in the UK. I can't remember what it was.
Just as generic.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like one of those ones that he did just to kind of cash that check.
Is it Desert Heat? That's it.
Desert Heat.
Oh, Desert Heat. Oh, I fucking love that one.
Oh, God.
I couldn't. I was Inferno. I was like, what's Inferno? I don't know. Yeah, no, Desert Heat. I got on DVD. I love that movie.
Right, okay.
Van Damme on a chopper. No,
It'd be cool if it was Van Damme
I
versus
thought-
the Chopper.
I thought we're back to Monaco forever. So is it a near classic for you? Or is it just good?
I wouldn't. No, I'd say good. I wouldn't put it as a near classic because we're not using that level.
We haven't hit anything yet. I know one that I feel like is going to go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda, isn't it?
Maybe 2.
Replicant.
Oh, that's a near classic at least.
Yeah,
Never
that's a
seen
really good film.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
It's
surprised me
one-
because it was
yep.
deeper than most of his movies.
So we'll keep that there. Yeah, that's Ringo Lam, the Hong Kong action director that keeps getting ripped off by Quentin Tarantino, or used to get ripped off by Quentin Tarantino, a lesser director.
The only thing I'll say about this movie is the ending fight was just a touch underwhelming. The story was good and everything, but they had the ending fight where they just kind of did this weird mirror thing, which kind of makes sense, but you just watch it and go, oh.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's bad. It was some deserts and coyotes. I was getting I knew it was something to do with that. Yeah, I agree with you on that. But but the whole movie overall, yeah, pretty good.
Great
So
movie.
I'm going to bring up In Hell, which is the other Ringo Lam film you did, which is a brutal prison movie.
I literally finished watching that half an hour before this stream started, and it was the first time I've seen it.
How'd you like it?
Let's put it this way. I hated the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack really undermined the movie. There was another element that I felt really undermined the movie. Take those 2 elements out, and I fucking loved it. I would put it in near classic.
Okay.
Because if it just changed a couple of things, I would be saying classic.
No.
Yeah, I think it's really, really good. So I
think it's very underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's in my box set.
There you go. he's been bloody busy. Did he ask?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully tonight we'll be pointing out some of the films that are a wee bit different. And Replicant and In Hell are 2 of those films that are a wee bit different.
Yeah, basically anything we put on the board tonight is something you should watch.
Yeah. Because it's all relative, Monkey, as to how much wine you've had on the evening as well. Let's put that in.
Let's put it this way, Monkey. When you start drinking and you've only just had one, start with In Hell, and then once you've had a few bottles, then you move on to Death Warrant as a double bill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then once you're paralytic, put on Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Of course.
Okay, right, we've got the order here.
I don't even remember this one. It's a very
I've
generic
never seen
title.
This is the one that's in Israel, and it's got Charlton Heston in it, playing Charlton Heston.
Is this his version of Da Vinci Code?
Unfortunately, kinda. No apes, unfortunately. Charlton Heston, but no apes.
Mm.
Anybody other than me and Dave seen this? No. In the chat, anybody? Okay, it's another Sheldon Lettich one. I would say average.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see this one. I can't comment on it.
Yeah. And Charlton Heston doesn't really elevate it the way that Roger Moore elevates The Quest, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd say average.
Average, okay, cool. That's that done. Derailed, hit it with a shovel. Anybody
Never
seen
seen
this?
it. Never seen it.
I have, and I'm gonna let you have it in the shovel category.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not great.
It has some really bad special effects. They're the only thing that make it worth watching. How bad the special effects are.
It's in the same box set.
Yeah, it's kind of like Under Siege 2, Van Damme's Under Siege 2 sort of thing.
It's like a special feature for another movie.
Yeah, even the fact that he looks somewhat bemused and befuddled on the cover, that's pretty much the movie. Wake of Death. It sounds like it should be a Steven Seagal film. It's the kind of film that looks as if it's been made as a tax dodge.
Does Steven Seagal have as many posters where he's just staring at the camera like Van Damme does? I'm noticing a heck of a pattern.
Yeah. I think he does.
Just his face.
I thought this one was alright. It wasn't
Good.
like amazing, but like, except that he fights the triads or something. It's either the triads or the Yakuza or one or the other.
Yeah, he fights. Yeah, he does. I can't remember the plot. They had all these kind of avid fart sort of like edits, where it's kind of going. It's kind of like try to make it look as if it's cleverer than it is, and that really annoys me.
Like some Tony Jaa editing.
Yeah. Are you okay with average? And
Yeah. It's not as bad to hit it with a shovel, so I'd say average. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so that leads us to the hardcore.
Once again, never seen it.
No, nobody else.
I've got it. I own it on Blu-ray. I watched it a long time ago, and I thought it was okay. Wasn't anything special.
That's good. Your face fill in the blank.
It's got, what's her name? Is it Fox? Is it Vivica?
Vivica Fox, whatever her name is. Yeah.
Vivica A.
So yeah, I'd say average.
Average. It's very dull. I'd average. Okay. Sudden Death.
Watched
like
this
that
one recently.
What I remember.
Yeah, okay, this is Die Hard in an ice rink.
It's better than Street Fighter, but I cannot stand it.
Okay.
Whatsoever. So if Street Fighter had been in Hit It With a Shovel, then I would probably put it in the same category. But because Street Fighter isn't, I'm going to say average. I feel that it is just bleh kind of movie.
Average, guys.
What do you think, Dave?
I think it's better than the ones that are an average. I think it should be good.
I'd put it in the middle. Good.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I wouldn't put it any higher, definitely, but it's enjoyable. It's all right.
Kev's seen 10 of the movies and only remembers what happened.
They're all blending together.
And Michael doesn't think he's seen any of the remaining movies, but not even Kung Fu Panda 2.
I'm with Michael on that one. The only one that is left that I've seen, I believe, is Expendables 2.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Has anybody seen Second in Command?
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
It's in my box set.
Yeah.
Everything's in this box set.
That box set says it's only got 6 movies in it. Is it the TARDIS? Is that like the TARDIS of box sets?
It's like I don't know if you've seen the Fight Factory releases. They got like it's all like the really low budget
Oh yeah, I've got loads of them.
Movies. It's got like Shepherd, Wake of Death, Second in Command, The Order, In Hell, and Derailed.
Oh yeah.
That's a B tier.
That's the best way to get Derailed because I paid prime money for the first DVD release of it from a Canadian kind of seller that had the first release, and I was well disappointed when I got it. But yeah, so it's actually an okay movie. It's not brilliant. If you paid big money to see, if you got it in a box set of 6 Van Damme movies for a tenner, you would say that was pretty average or pretty good. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we'll put it in average. Yeah. Until Death.
Never seen it.
Nobody's seen it. Nobody's seen Until Death.
I have.
You have, yeah.
Me, I have. I want to admit it.
Yeah, he plays he's a cop in it, technically.
He's kind of like a bad cop, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's addicted to the heroin.
Documentary.
Yeah, this has got 2 different cuts. If you buy like the German DVD, you'll get like a more kind of downbeat, harder cut of the movie than the one that was released everywhere else. So there are 2 different cuts of this, different endings. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. But yeah, this is one that's kind. I'm going to say put it in average because it's for Van Damme fans only. It's kind of like a Steven Seagal meets Van Damme type vibe to it.
That's a good way of describing it, actually.
Yeah,
yeah. It's not good enough to be good.
no. The Shepherd.
I haven't seen it, but it sounds average.
Haven't seen it.
Doesn't he play a cop in this one as well?
Yeah, he plays he plays like a border policeman because it's the Shepherd Border Control hang on, go back on my Wikipedia to find the names because I can't read them in this because I'm that small. That's typical, it's not like that. Okay, yeah, I think it's like Border Patrol, the Shepherd Border Patrol, and it's directed by a guy that we've talked about before. It's directed by a guy called Isaac Florentine, who was one of the directors on Albert Pyun's Max Havoc movie, where he was a fight director, and I think he directed the second Max Havoc movie. So he makes kind of low budget action movies, but he's pretty good at doing the fight stuff. So if you've ever seen the ninja movies that Scott Adkins made, he directed those. This has got some good Jean-Claude Van Damme action in it for a kind of later day kind of Van Damme movie.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in good. I wouldn't say near classic. I'd say good.
Yeah, I'd put it in good as well.
Until Death and Second in Command.
Yeah, so as we've both seen it, we'll go with good. Right, I'm going to bring up JCVD.
I'd say that's got to be a top 3 at least. Top 3.
Yeah,
that's a great movie.
Once again, never seen it. I've heard everyone speak quite highly about it.
This was his turning point.
Doesn't like it.
From when he started to not take himself seriously.
Yeah.
This was like where he reinvented himself. It's a great flick.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. So we all agree. Chat, have you seen JCVD? You must have. If this is it's also got a terrific action scene at the beginning, all done in one shot.
Yeah,
which
it's
is like
the ego got beat out of him.
Yeah, it's a terrific movie, and it's worth watching if you haven't seen it. Right, okay, I'm bringing two up at the same time here. Bringing up Universal Soldier, Generation, and Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning. Okay, now, these are the latter day Universal Soldier movies that are made low budget. I think they're both fantastic, and I enjoy them more than the original Universal Soldier. Right, so that's where I stand. And right now, the Universal Soldier is a classic. So based on that, I would put both of these up at...
Well, it's got that Dolph Lundgren in it, and that's the whole factor.
Yeah, well, Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning has got Scott Adkins as the main character.
Oh, that's okay.
And it's got Jean-Claude Van Damme as essentially playing Mad Marlon Brando from Apocalypse Now. Right, same character for the first Universal Soldier, but that's what it's become.
That sounds great. I saw the blue one,
and it's made, and the 3D is amazing in it, and it's also a horror movie. It's really a horror slasher movie as well.
Yeah, I liked them. I didn't think they were better than the original. What stopped him becoming A-list? Politics, man. Politics. That's what it is.
The Quest didn't do well at the box office, so he had a 5 or 6 picture deal with Universal, and that was the last film of the deal, and that was a big budget one. That was the one he directed. It wasn't a huge hit, so they dropped him. So then he went to, I think it was Columbia, that did the one where Miss Arquette that Not My Monkey was talking about, and he made some movies there. But again, they also made the Double Team and Knockoff there, and they were not big successes. In fact, they were huge flops. So he pretty much went down the scale from big A movies to like back onto B movies again, straight to video.
But sometimes that kind of thing's better. Lundgren made a really nice living off of just cheap movies that make their money back guaranteed.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the most interesting stuff, because I think the Universal Soldier sequels, these last two, are more interesting than the Universal Soldier, the first couple that were made. I would put them in near classics, just as modern day low budget action movies.
I'm gonna have to check them out.
Hang on a minute.
Do they have a whole collection of Universal Soldiers? Or do they have
French.
way too many different distribution places?
Funnier than Wally. What's going on in the chat? As you not have any of this talk in the chat. That was my Bristolian accent again. So yeah, if you have, so has everybody seen these two? No, nobody's not seen these two. It's just me, Dave.
I saw the first one. The blue one.
I haven't seen the latest. So I saw the one on the left, but not the right.
Okay. So anyone in the chat seen this? Because I've got two options here. I either put this down in has anyone other than Molly seen this movie, or I put it in classic.
That's Day of Reckoning. You said that one you're holding there. Okay.
Yeah, I could put it in almost as good as Albert Pyron's Captain America. But I have to be honest, I'll put it down here. It really is good. If you've seen Universal Soldier Regeneration and you enjoyed it, you'll enjoy this one as well. But it is more of it starts off more like a horror slasher movie, and it's quite nasty at the start as well. Okay, but stick with it. It's
and then the other one's Reckoning or Day of Reckoning and Regeneration. Is that
you watched Regeneration first? So
okay.
You know how they made. I think they pretty much ignore everything apart from the first movie.
Okay,
and so it's Regeneration, and then it's Day of Reckoning,
which is good because the other ones were all over the place.
Yeah,
different Unisols, different people. Like it's good that they kind of cut that back.
Yeah, and they're almost like standalone movies in their own right as well. They could be not connected to the first movie too. So yeah, okay, cool. So from those two, I'm going to bring up another two. Kung Fu Panda 2 and Kung Fu Panda 3.
Never seen them.
What?
How dare you?
I've only seen the first Kung Fu Panda and didn't like it, so it just explains itself, really.
Hey, look, the Kung Fu Panda is fantastic. It's about a fat panda who can do martial arts, all right? It gives us people like that hope.
This is where you set them off.
You know what, though? I didn't like it because it was all about the panda ring.
Oh.
Yep. Pandering to the fans. I think they're both good. Everybody agree, apart from
I'll accept
Lucifer. He's not seen them. So yeah, they're both good, fun movies. So we'll put them in there. Anybody seen Dragon Eyes?
Yes.
Which one's that?
One with
what's the guy's name?
It sounds
what was
familiar.
that?
Is it Kung Lee? Kung Lee's the guy. I think.
Yeah, I think that is. Yep, I think it is. I'm going to check now.
It's average.
It's really is. Yeah, Kung Lee. It's his movie, and Van Damme's kind of like a co-star in it. And it's not great. It's directed by the guy who made those two Universal Soldier films, but they are much better than this. So they are.
I think the biggest challenge is all of these movies, most of them, like 70% of his output has like super generic names that could sound like absolutely anything. So they kind of run together in that sense. Even Steven Seagal has he's got his own rhythm of stuff, but they sound a little bit more like a cheap action movie than just Second in Command, The Order, Knockoff. I was like, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of these films that nobody's heard of that you're kind of like, you kind of have to search them out, or you just come across them and you're like flicking through Netflix or Amazon Plus or something like that. Sort of like just Amazon Prime, and you're like, oh, there they are. Yeah. Give that a look. I'm going to jump into this one. 6 Bullets.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's like you say, these generic titles that sound like Steven Seagal movies.
I watched this one a couple of weeks back.
Yep.
Pretty good.
I thought it was all right, actually. It wasn't too bad. He plays basically a guy who's like a mercenary, and he's good at finding people, and he has to find a kid that's been taken, basically. And I thought it was good. I thought it was all right.
Okay. Is it as good as Kung Fu Panda 3?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a big question of the night.
Well, personally, I'd have Kung Fu Pandas up anyway, but
well, that is. I'm putting it in average.
Yeah,
I'll put it in average.
I like that.
I'm not going to I'm not doing that one yet. I'm going to go into the Assassination Games
Never seen
with
it.
Scott Adkins, co-starring with Scott Adkins as Hitman.
Yes, I've watched that. I've got it on Blu-ray.
Yep.
Very nice.
I think it's
Yeah.
average. But if you're a Van Damme fan or a Scott Adkins fan, it's worth watching. It's a wee bit of disappointment because both of them in it should be better.
I'd say average. I wanted more from it. I wanted bigger fight scenes between the two.
Yeah.
They would have just put like a good 10-15 minute fight scene between the two of them, like hand-to-hand combat, fighting, destroying shit. That would have sold the movie and put it like near classic, but no, they couldn't do it.
When was it made?
Not
Yesterday.
long ago, about a decade ago, something like that.
Okay, I was going to say Van Damme's getting older. I don't know how much.
No. When was it made? It was made in 2012. 10 years ago. Same time as UFO. UFO watch party. Let's have it.
I'm down with that because I haven't seen it. So
Do you like the one with the glass and glue?
Well, he wasn't in this much, so I'm gonna say here with a shovel.
whoa,
Wow.
I'm surprised.
Oh,
It's not enough Van Damme.
It's a sprinkling. That's a little bit.
Hit like most of it with shovel. Just save me that one cut with Van Damme.
is it a good comment for Not My Monkey? Can't explain it, but 6 bullets has somehow passed me by. I have seen it. So it's going to hit it with shovel. So me and Dave both agree. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. It's a really low budget sci-fi movie that some folk have managed to cobble money together. And instead of using the money they cobbled together to try and make a better movie, they gave it to Van Damme to turn up to make one scene. It's like that's the kind of movie it is. Welcome to the Jungle.
This is a split thing for me because I'd say his performance was classic, but the movie was either average or hit it with the shovel.
Yeah, so it's good. Just
He was
based on the Van Damme
awesome
stuff.
in this movie.
Yeah,
So I love this. It was so he was so stupid in it, but it was great.
The tiger attack.
They should have. Yeah,
There's this one, guys. This one's in good just because of Van Damme's performance, which is we're starting to prove a point with some of these ones. It's Van Damme that actually makes the movie worth watching.
If you can find like just a supercut of all his scenes, skip the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't need any context. He's just hilarious in the movie.
Right.
Yeah,
The
movie's
I'm
not
going
that great.
to randomly dive in and get stuff here now that Swelter.
Never seen it.
Speaking of generic,
I've not actually seen this one yet because it's got it's the guy who plays Morgan from The Walking Dead in it as well. But yeah, I've not seen it.
I'd say it was, depending on your mood, it's between average and good. And it's
friend.
he's got a supporting part in it, but in typical fashion, they put him front and center on the posters and the DVD covers and stuff like that. And it's kind of like a heist movie, kind of gang movie. And yeah, if it's on streaming and it's free, give it a watch, is what I would say. Okay. But I'll put it in as anyone other than Willie's seen this movie because, yeah, if you never watch it, you're not really missing anything. Which is why I'm going to bring in Kill 'Em All with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What title? What title?
That's even Steven Seagal hasn't had a title like that. Kill 'Em All.
Did he in fact kill them all?
I think he might have done. This. Oh God, this is a terrible movie.
Never seen it.
Haven't seen it.
Well, they might have just saved hit it with the shovel because he's the only one.
I think I will hit it with a shovel. It's kind of like a Die Hard in a hospital type thing.
Oh,
You did a hockey rink in a hospital?
That makes it sound so much better than it is, though.
That's ridiculous because people are dying all over the place in a hospital. Like,
Yeah, and they're dying hard.
Yeah,
that's soft.
yeah.
A little Muzak, maybe. Nice, beautiful scene.
Which we're going to bring this one up is here. We Die Young.
He don't.
Which sounds like a Pat Benatar song.
This is one of his more recent ones. I think. Yeah, I've not seen this.
I think so.
Not seen it.
Yeah. It's not a Van Damme film. It's another kind of like twist with the cover. It's another kind of gang movie. And he's in it. He's in it, but it's not really a Van Damme movie.
All these people using Van Damme like this, honestly, terrible.
But the thing is, he's good in these movies.
That's when he's like a second fiddle.
And he's just got to give a good performance. But also, I'll put it down to has anyone other than me seen it, because it's not a hit of a shovel. It's worth having a look.
That goes with the ego thing. When he got out of his own way, he's able to take a couple of secondary projects and do some really good work.
Yep, exactly. And he does, like, every third or fourth movie that he does nowadays is like that. So it's infuriating, because you watch something that's obviously he's given a good performance in and he's taken it because of the part, and then you'll get Kill 'Em All, or something like that, which is like made it in 7 or 8 days, and that's it. The movie's done.
No script.
No. Blackwater with Dolph Lundgren.
Yes.
I kind of want to see it.
I think that says it all. Where are we going to put this one, Dave?
I'm gonna go average. Average. I don't think it's quite good enough to go in good with the rest of the stuff. Not as bad. I want to hit it with a shovel, but
that's only because Dolph's in it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So the only thing saving this from being hit with a shovel was Van Damme and Dolph.
Yeah. There's not a lot of ever redeemable.
It's a submarine. What was the plot again? I can't remember. It's a submarine type movie.
Yeah, they're on a submarine, and
in no moment do you believe they're on a submarine watching this film.
No, Dolph's like a prisoner, and then the whole story's stupid as well. It's just
it's a terrible movie.
Yeah,
but average because
Yeah, but watch it anyway, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might hate it too.
Yeah, and we can talk about it.
Enemies Closer.
Never seen it.
Ooh, I think I've seen this.
This is a good one.
Is it?
A little while ago. Hold on, I'm gonna have to check. Who's in it? Oh, that guy. Yeah, I think I have seen this.
This is a
one. It was a long time ago.
He plays a bad guy, as you can tell, because he's got.
Yeah.
He's like a. I'm pretty sure.
Got quite long hair in it, and he's like
kind of long, scraggly hair, and it's got. Yeah. He's like you think he's meant to be like a Mountie or something like that, but it turns out that he's a bad piece of work.
Yes,
and he gives this quite kind of camp, over the top, villainous kind of performance, which is really, really good. So it's worth watching if you haven't seen
more
it.
Of that.
Enemies Closer is one you should give a look to, guys.
Yeah, I'd put it in good.
Good.
Wow.
Oh, what will I do next? Okay, I'm going to do Pound of Flesh. Has anybody seen Pound of Flesh?
No.
I gotta check. See, the problem is I've seen so many, but then
they sound like a Seagal movie, so you're not sure if that's the one you've seen.
Yeah.
Looks like a Vin Diesel poster.
Is it not in your TARDIS box set?
Oh.
No, only the Ever 300 are. I don't know. I can't remember if I've seen this one now.
You would remember this is the one where he gets conned and they steal his kidney.
No, I've not seen that.
Oh, I'm in. I am so fucking in.
That's the perfect pitch for just one sentence. He gets conned and they steal his kidney. What?
I'm selling it better than it is. But yeah, I'm trying to remember it now. He's. They don't tell you. They don't set things up and then you can like go, as you're watching the movie. They just tell you things after the fact. They make you go, why did you not tell me that earlier? Then it would have made sense. It's that kind of movie. Just tell us these things earlier. It would have made sense. But yeah, he's going to be a donor for his niece. But I think his niece is actually his daughter. And he ends up being a white knight for a prostitute. But then that's just a ruse to take him and steal his kidney. And so then, of course, he has to go and get his kidney back, or his niece/daughter will die.
I'm building the trailer in my head.
I am so in.
Right, I might have got some of that wrong.
It sounds
'cause I'm
terrible, but I'm in.
It's awful. There's so much bad about this movie. There's no way it's going to be anywhere near a classic. It uses back projection just for shots of like him in a nightclub and stuff like that, and you're like with the blue screen. That's the kind of movie it is.
Oh, bring it on.
So okay, we'll put it in average because
What the heck is keeping it from hit it with a shovel if he's got backlit projection of a club?
because you kind of want to watch it, don't you?
Yes.
Yes,
No, I just-
kinda. I want to watch it.
I built a trailer in my head, and I think that's probably better than the movie.
You know, you might be right.
I just see him like waking up and he's in a bathtub full of ice. He's like, "No, they got my kidney! They got my kidney!" And then there's like a gun cock, and then it's over. It'd make you want to see the movie.
I'm so
Kind of.
yeah, it probably should be in here, but give it a watch, Lucifer. Okay, give it a watch.
Okay. Oh, trust me, I will.
Right. The Expendables 2.
Oh, this is difficult. And it's only difficult because I feel that Street Fighter is too high.
So you didn't like it?
I tell you what, I'll make a deal. We'll move Street Fighter down one if we can move No Retreat, No Surrender up one.
I'm down with that. I'm okay with that. Absolutely.
Can we do that, Wally?
Yeah, but the thing is, if we move it down one, we can't move it into has.
It'll have to be hit with a
It
shovel.
has to be hit with a shovel.
It's a bargain.
Yeah.
That's fine. Hit it with a shovel if No Retreat, No Surrender becomes an air classic.
I'm down with this.
Amazing.
In that case, it makes my decision about Expendables 2 a lot easier. Average.
He's just like sliding a couple for himself.
Does everybody agree with that?
No, I don't. That's a hard one because I mean, like the Expendables 2 fixed a lot of things. The first one, I mean, there were some slower parts in the first one, and they added a little bit more action in the second one. And there was a little bit of that like 80s action winking with the bad puns and stuff, but he legitimately did a good job. When he wasn't on the screen, you felt his presence off of it. He did a pretty good job as a villain.
I give you that, actually. Yeah.
If we're just reading Jean-Claude Van Damme,
yeah.
this was a really good performance from him.
Yeah, he makes the movie, I think. Van Damme is the best thing about the movie. The whole Chuck Norris scene, I wish they just cut that out. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. I think
That
was part of that.
It's Chuck Norris. Look, he never action star.
Yeah, but they should have used the Lone Wolf McQuade music when he came on, not The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That made no sense whatsoever.
But you see, he was missing in action that whole time, and they found him.
Oh, God.
The whole cameo was Delta forced into the movie.
Oh, no.
Okay, no, I'm not even giving you a dum for that one, Stato. You're letting the side down.
Right, okay. Well, let's put it into good then.
Yeah.
Okay. So see what's happened here. Dave's managed to get that into good and move. No retreat, no surrender up. But we've managed to get Street Fighter into a shovel. So
I actually feel that's a fair deal because we've put Street Fighter in the right place.
I think so.
Oh man, I could have got so much more for that.
Well, let's get 3 new classics, and I'll give up.
And I'm going to jump into the chat when we're talking about Pound of Flesh, and we've got was it another one that's passed me by.
Oh, don't worry. He apparently in the span of a couple of years, he did like 50 movies that we didn't realize happened.
Monkeys, if you feel inadequate, imagine being on this panel and being in the same position as you.
That was a whole slew of Monkeys wine-fueled chat. And Pete, almost as good as Istanbul, is now on my list. Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I think £1.77 will probably do it, to be honest. In Amazon, and you'll get it. It's like, yeah, it's a terrible, terrible movie. Okay, we've got one left. That would never end.
Doing great. It's about as long as a movie you like.
That's my plan. I was trying to get us in just about an hour and a half, and we've done it. So we have The Bouncer. Has anybody seen The Bouncer?
No.
Hey, it's going one more for that.
So right now it goes in here. Right, okay, The Bouncer is good. The Bouncer is very low budget, and it's definitely worth watching. Okay, it's Van Damme in actor mode. He plays this guy who is what is he again? He's a bouncer, and he's raising his daughter, and he gets caught up with gangsters, and that's pretty much the plot. It's very stripped back and bare, and it has him in. There's only a couple of kind of action scenes in it, but they're not really action scenes. They're just full-on fight scenes, and they're well done. One's a kind of like it's one of these low-budget kind of car fights in a kind of like an underground kind of like car park, you know, this type of thing. They do in other low-budget movies, but it's well shot, and they've got a good sense that, you know, of space and what they're doing with it. So I recommend this one. It's a French movie, and it jumps between French and English dialogue. He has a couple of scenes with the daughter which are really well directed and acted. They're not kind of cloying and make you feel like you want to throw up. You know, that it's like they're real. So I think this is like, it is not an underrated like masterpiece or anything like that. It's a wee gem that I don't think anybody's seen, and I highly recommend it to see. Later day Van Damme is the kind of movies that he should be doing now, instead of Pound of Flesh and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed it.
Do you know what the sad thing is? I will probably see Pound of Flesh and Kill 'Em All before that one, and that one's probably going to be the better movie.
Probably. That one is available on Sky on Now TV. I watched it on Now TV. Yeah, after I ordered the Blu-ray from Germany, so I've got that coming as well. And I thought it was on there. I went, I just bought the Blu-ray of that. But I'll watch it. I will watch it again. So yeah, that's a recommendation. But just be aware it is that kind of movie where it's a kind of a slow burn of a movie, and it's more of a kind of character kind of piece for him. And you're either going to be really infuriated at the end of it, or you're going to be kind of like, I was quite happy I watched that. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah. Cool.
So I'm putting any good, because I've seen it and I'm putting any good.
What a remarkably even list.
I know, right? I didn't expect it to be as even as this.
No, in fact, if we just, you know what, because it's no really a Van Damme film, if we get rid of UFO, it would be completely kind of symmetrical. But it doesn't let us. How do you get rid of these things? It doesn't let you get rid of them. In order to make it symmetrical, we have to make that. Oh no, it doesn't work. I
mean, we could always put one up more in classic, you know, maybe Cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh, don't push it, Dave. Don't fucking push it. If you want Cyborg to go up, I'm going to need more than your soul, mate.
I think that the main takeaway from this is that what people expect and want out of a Van Damme film can be really varied and different.
He sold a lot of popcorn.
Yeah, much like the movies that he's made as well. So yeah, that was fun.
Dave didn't riot. That's great.
He didn't riot.
No, I had to mute the mic a couple of times, but you know.
His next video is going to be why Woolie and Lucifer are wrong.
Yeah. Why every Jean-Claude Van Damme movie is a classic.
You're just going to download this episode, edit out the middle bit, and just replace it with your everything's in classic. Look at that.
He's got to redub it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get clips of you guys saying, "Yeah, I agree."
Redub the whole thing.
That's not bad though. That's 4 classics, and that's
pretty fucking good.
Almost as good as Albert Pyun's Captain America. That's pretty good. So that alone, and then the 4 near classics. And the more I look at this, you think we could probably shift these around. You know, we spend all night kind of moving them about. If we start talking about the movies in depth, you know, some of the movies.
Yeah.
Barely interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that there's so many on good as well, that says quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 of them are Kung Fu Panda, but you know.
But even if you took those out, the good still outweighs the average.
It does. Yeah, you're correct. Okay. Well, that's it, guy. Anything anybody got to say about the legend that is Jean-Claude Van Damme? We never talked about his TV show.
We are not
but I haven't
worthy.
seen it.
His TV
I've seen some of that TV show. Really didn't like it, but
Oh,
just
really?
not my cup of tea.
I've been meaning to watch it. It's on
It's a
Amazon.
comedy, isn't it?
Might have to.
Yeah, I quite liked it. Yeah, I thought he was good in it. I quite liked it. Yeah. Only watched the first season, though. I see the second season there, but I haven't watched it.
Pete's got stuff to say.
Come at me, peephole. Come on, boy. What you got?
There's always a chat under the YouTube video once it gets done. Right, okay, guys. Thanks very much, Stato, as always,
Well
and
worth the wait.
Lucifer and Bristolian Dave. Thanks very much for joining us tonight.
Anytime.
We like Van Damme. We weren't really going to be that cruel, but thanks for that. Please give everybody here a follow on the old Twitter if you're not following them, and check out their YouTube channels too, because Lucifer Storms your channel is just Lucifer Storm, isn't it?
Yes, it is just
isn't
Lucifer Storm.
Just Lucifer Storm. And Bristolian Dave's, your channel is called
Bristolian Dave.
exactly. See how, and mine is called Wullie at Terrier Comics. That's amazing. See how easy we make it for everybody. So if you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do, and give my channel resubscribe right now if you don't mind. And yes, peeps, next time, you know what? Yeah, I think we will do that'll take some preparation though, because I've got all his movies, so that'll take a wee bit of
Just watch
preparation.
one movie and I can judge them all, except for Under Siege. But
Under Siege 2 is better. So yeah, thanks, guys. But before we start, oh no, please don't kick it off. So don't start, guys. Don't.
Oh shit, them's his fighting words, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, we will. Yeah, that's
I'll kill you, mate. Come on.
I'd watch it if they were all actually start a seagull.
Oh,
Like,
there we
he's
go.
shooting the gun, and that'd be the best.
Once again, I'm not even giving you a badum for that one, Stato. You can do better than this. I know you can.
No, I think it'd be perfect. Like, instead of the birds, where they're all just attacking with their beaks, like this bird's got a gun, and he's just
I've seen a seagull eat a pigeon.
flying into people's skins. And,
Like, just swallowed the thing, like, and a rat as well.
exactly. So think what he could do to
Well,
a drug dealer.
I've seen a seagull eat a seagull. So
No, they nasty.
All I'm going to say is I've seen Birdemic.
Oh,
Is there enough of them to rate? We could rank Birdemic movies, rank Sharknado. Right. Guys, what we are going to do with the next ranking is going to be the Full Moon movies. That's what we're going to be ranking.
Oh yes.
So it's going to be the Puppet Masters.
Yeah, but all of those are hit it in the shovel with the good way. You got like a second hit it with a shovel category. Like,
well, there'll be a whole new range of categories for that one.
Oh, good.
We'll be creative for that one.
Shit, I've got a lot of watching to do before
And we'll
then.
do those. We may have to lump some of them in together as entire series of movies, because
Yeah.
some of them
be here all day.
I don't want you to know all of them, guys.
Okay,
Although
Puppet Master
a
7.
lot of them are on Tubi.
Oh yes.
So if you've not checked out Tubi, you really should be checking out Tubi. If you're in the UK, you'll need a VPN in order to do that. Can fool them and make them think you're in America, but it's a free service and there's tons of stuff on there. They may even have Pound of Flesh. You never know. That's it then, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you all, guys, next week. What are we doing next week?
You got a draw stream, right? We got to talk Dread.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, is that next week? Yeah, I might be doing a draw stream on Tuesday. I keep having to cancel them for various things. Last week I replaced it with a supercut. But I'll definitely try and do the draw stream on Tuesday. Yeah, next week it's me and Stato, and I got a brand new Blu-ray of Judge Dredd delivered just the other day, a Spanish special edition Blu-ray of the Stallone one. So I'm going to give that a good watch, and then I'm going to revisit the the most recent 3D Dread movie,
Yeah.
and I'm going to watch it in 2D. Okay, just so I can come at it from that perspective, because I've always watched it in 3D in the past.
Yeah.
And yeah, me and Statto are going to be it's going to be the battle of the dreads.
I hope it doesn't get as heated as Lucifer Storm with Street Fighter. Thank God he and Persona and Dave didn't have like a bottle or something like that. That would all get crushed. Smash! What?
I know it will, but there is only one Street Fighter worth watching, and that's
Sonny Chiba.
Sonny Chiba, of course. Or if you're in the UK, Hard Times with Charles Bronson was actually called Street Fighter when it was released. Again, that's another Street Fighter movie worth watching. So, without further ado, we're out of here, guys. Thanks for joining us in the chat, everybody. And please give the video a wee like as well. That seemingly does good stuff for you. So, thanks, guys. We'll see you all on Twitter and the funny books.
Good night,
ya.
everybody.
Cheers, Bowers.